So hello guys and welcome to the pre-show. So wow, we're that kind of thing, aren't we now, Mr. Mr. Invalesco? What are
Wow,
we doing? This is
pre-show.
pre-show.
What a very special event today
I
to have
I
a
I I'm
pre-show.
I'm like I'm also like flabbergasted saying why did we do something like this? But hey, this is the end of 12 weeks of hard work, not only from the staff here, from the New Wave Invitationals, but also our player base, the managers, the coaches, and all the like. And this is the final day of the first wave playoffs. My name is Dax, and we are gonna be getting into the action in just a bit. And the thing about this today is, well, we are going to be looking to just talk about our upcoming two teams on more on their what their experiences have been, what their journey has been so far, and maybe even something a little special in just a bit. It's a big surprise actually for many except the teams themselves. And hey, when you get to the finals, you just want to make sure you represent yourself in the best way. So my name is Dax, just adjusting the mic here. I'm joined by Invalesco and Mr. Invalesco. Anything you want to talk about from yesterday's amazing set of games?
Well, I haven't watched like the last two matches. I'm pretty sure that like convincingly cakes have been very dominant in all of their if most of their if not like all. But yeah, cakes really has it in for them. Like you know, ever since they lost to they go Overwine, right? They just like I think they might have talked to each other and said something like, we're almost there. Why not? Let's just give it all and let's not um give any more spaces to our opponents so they can clutch it out and win and just try to dominate everything. And that's exactly what they did. They just dominated. And from if I believe third, right? They're third in the ranking so or right.
The standings,
Um
yeah, from regular.
yeah, in the standings. Like they had a bit of like some games where they look very shaky, but right now they're as solid as ever. And they're definitely going to need that because they're up against Memecord, which is isn't that high. If I what's their ranking so far in the regular season?
They were third. They were the Team Kings was third place and Meme Court
No, sorry,
was
sorry.
fourth.
Memecord was
Fourth.
Memecord was fourth, right?
Yeah.
But But let's not forget they played without Calamitous. And for the people who knew who Calamitous was, he's basically like a very high ranked kid. I want to say kid because he's literally a kid who doesn't like all aim no brain kind of like a player, right? And it goes like you see it in his place. Like he really does insane. He really boasts insane mechanics. And yeah, with this addition, just one person in a meme cord stack, they skyrocketed. Like they are looking like the top team in this playoffs. And you know the kind of bested meme core sorry Waminagi to an extent. If maybe that's a stretch for me, but we haven't still seen like what they're capable of with Calamitous in the roster versus the regular season Waminagi, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
don't have any like um something to gauge that with. But right now they're really looking like the best team ever or so far.
Yeah, well,
And
running
it goes to
rampant.
show like they're in winners finals already.
Dude,
So
they did it.
I think that's safe to say. Yeah,
It,
they did
it
it.
it's huge. It's huge. And honestly, there's one thing I want to show everyone off already, and this is something amazing for the grand final. So our matchup, guys, is this is the grand finals. The meme board versus Team Cakes. But hey, get holding on to your hats. And ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when you do have a little bit of a grand finale, you want to have a little bit of a makeover here. And this is our upcoming matchup. Meme card versus cakes, updated logos right there for our two teams. And big shout outs to the artists themselves from Meme Card. It is Madame Ira herself has been an amazing, amazing artist for the Meme Card squad. She's the one who drew all the persona based what do you say, persona-based avatars for the meme cord crew. In the meantime, for Cakes, Maui, and Axie working together to get this one done, and they are absolutely scrumptious. This is really looking cool. You got the hat on the side of meme cord. You got the new and revamped Cakes. And hey, 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 it's just really, really cool to see these two teams have a little bit of a makeover before we get started in our grand finals. Let me show you, Mr. Fascinate, what they look like as well. You might not have seen them yet.
Yeah, I
And
don't think I've seen it. I'm kind of waiting in the stream,
yeah,
but it's delayed.
I know. Don't worry about it. It's here. I'll post it there, even though it's like
I see
some
it. I
dual
see.
screen shenanigans.
Oh,
Ooh,
I
diba?
see.
Snazzy. I don't have time to edit. I don't have time to edit the dual screen thing. So whatever. There you go. But you can see that on the stream anyway. So again, I'll send them over to you as well. But what do you think about these two redesigns?
I actually have seen meme cord being a part of meme cord Discord. I've seen that logo, right? It became their Discord logo for quite some time. I don't know what's uh like there was this like one snap and then everyone was into Persona for some reason.
It really was.
But while you were playing your Country
Oh,
Road
I
game,
mean, I
everyone
can't.
was playing Persona.
It was only hours in Rebirth. Okay, that was the story there, and I got on the train too. If only I could go out, I'd probably buy myself Persona Royale as well. And hey, it could have been something I would like to get into. Maybe into the future when we can actually go outside. But yeah, amazing facelift right there. So now we can actually show you guys the screens because I changed everything already except that one. And here you go with our upcoming map pool. Map 1 will be, of course, a buy for Team Meme Core. They are the team coming in from the upper bracket, so we're going straight into map 2, which is Control. Map 3, Hybrid. Map 4, Assault. The first time we're going to see it, but we can actually end up not seeing it whatsoever if Meme Card takes the 3-0 victory. And map 5, the round itself will be Escort. We got tiebreakers in place as well. And what do you think? What map type would either team excel in, or is there any kind of map that we have to watch out for coming into this grand finals?
um the might or rather sorry cakes would rather prefer maps that would be very junkrat centric because as we all know oily beer is very good at the junkrat. And excuse me if you can hear
It's okay, don't
the
worry. The third
my niece,
caster. She's always
the
been the
third
third
caster
caster when you're there.
is baby raging right now, but
As per usual.
there you
Not
go.
surprised. Anyway.
But yeah, we'll see a lot of Junkrat centric maps. And as for the side of meme board, I I think they have ways to counter that. Um, Calamitous plays Widowmaker himself if they opt to do that go that route. But other than that, Akashi is a capable Farah by himself, and I'm pretty sure they are going to be very much ready against that Junkrat since they've watched Cakes, like they had a long time to scout their opponent. And seeing the past few days that Cakes have been playing, they really do like that Junkrat a lot, and I'm pretty sure they have something up their sleeve to counter that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. And just having those games for both Meme Court and Cakes, there is a lot of information to disseminate, and there's a lot of information to take advantage of. But before we go to our first interview, so guys, we are going to be doing our quote unquote exit interviews here at the start because it is going to be grand finals. Tensions are going to be high, feelings are going to be good. I just want to also know a little bit more about our two teams before we move on into the match themselves. But it has been a pretty interesting journey here and now. The upper bracket, of course, defined by Team Meme Court, baiting down Watch, Wamanagi, Overwind there, and now gonna be meeting Cakes from the lower bracket. But they do have that one map by Cakes here, losing out against Team Overwind in the second round. And what did you think when you first looked at this bracket, Mr. Invalesco? What did you say about it? Like, you see these results, anything you expected, maybe anything you didn't really expect per se?
Speaking of the playoffs
Yeah, yeah, the
like
brackets of the
right.
upper bracket and those lower bracket there.
I mean, of course, I feel like we got disappointed, to be honest, for Waminagi, because the expectation was really high, but maybe they kind of crumbled on that pressure a lot, that they need to do so much, because we're expecting a lot of them, right? Because
Yeah.
they just finished the regular season without a single map, without dropping a single map, and that's so much harder than it looks. Like, it's really hard to do that, especially in Overwatch, where a lot of comebacks can easily go towards your favor, if just you can get sometimes you can just get unlucky, or just one mistake can cost like everything for a point or a whole team fight. And yeah, they might have crumbled on that pressure, or they just I'm really not sure, because even though I know the people in Waminagi, I'm not quite sure what they do in order to you know kind of like
Get
keep
ready.
up, if
Yeah.
yeah, get ready or something, or if they do scrims. I'm pretty sure that meme court at least scrims uh not once a week, but I'm pretty sure they prepared before the playoffs at least. Not so much sure about other teams, because I'm not really acquainted to them as much as these two teams have been. But it really goes to show that Meme Cord really wants to win all of these. Except for like speaking of other teams, washed up homies looked like they were about to take the second place, to be honest. Like, going to losers bracket, they seemed dominant in the first few games before they crumbled down against Cakes.
Yeah, hold that
And
thought, Mr. Invalesco, because we'll show you guys what happened in the lower bracket.
mhm.
And just to give a little background on your story there, Watch the Homies couldn't compete on Monday, but they showed up in full force in the lower bracket. But you know who else was looking really strong? Cakes. I'd say Cakes
Right.
2.0, just destroying everyone in their path. As Watch going down, Watch the Homies going down, Overmind going down. And yeah, back to your point, Cakes looking like such a well oiled machine.
Right, exactly. And they just, they just know what to do. Them dropping to the losers bracket just made them realize, oh, these are our mistakes. Let's kind of let's not overthink. Like, we know our strengths. Let's stick to our strengths and just do everything we can to in order to cover up our mistakes. And they just did it. They just even to playing against compositions that are against or like countering their uh the man, my thoughts are in
Kahit
shambles
Tagalog
right
mo
now.
muna, Mr. Fascinate. We are in a Ing Philippine
Yeah,
audience.
basically their composition, even though their opponents are countering their compositions, they just know how to play well. They just know how to play against it and everyone.
And this Cakes 2.0 squad is just looking to dominate the grand finals as well. And the perfect way to know more about a team is to ask them themselves. So I believe our two participants are ready to go for this one. It's not only gonna be a player, but also gonna be their coach momager right there. We got Maui Cakes and Olivier on the line. How you two doing for tonight?
Oh, hi.
Let me just
I am honestly quite nervous at the moment, so I'll let Maui talk.
That's so adorable. It's so cool. So it's okay. We understand what exactly is the jitters right now, especially it's a grand finals. It's 10K on the line still, so it's understandable. So yeah, Maui Cakes, please take the floor. How are you doing? Please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a little bit of what Cakes is all about.
Um, Hi, I'm Memecord Cakes. coach slash manager. This is actually compared to the members of my community, and when I got invited by Dax, um, I was actually reluctant to be honest. It's because I don't I'm really not into this thing like fighting competitively or something because it actually gives me anxiety attacks. And then one day I was like, okay, guys, who's interested? Because as you remember, Dax, I was actually holding my own
Mhm.
tournament back then.
Yes.
And just one day, I just posted in my announcement channel in my server, okay, who's actually interested in this? And they were all like, me. And I'm like, oh my God. So Takes was born. I actually thought that there would be like two teams because I kind of misunderstood it back then, and then it turned out that we get only one team. So I have to like I know it's really sad, but I have to like eliminate people, and then those people got let's say recruited by the other teams. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Yoink. They got yoink.
They
yeah,
got
they got yoinked. So so like at first it's like, oh come on guys, it's just not it's like fighting against Overwatch page community and all. And as the matches um continued, we were like, okay guys, let's win this, let's win this. So we were actually um in a way improving ourselves by noticing by observing or like knowing our weaknesses and our strengths, right, Oily?
Yes.
Beautiful
Yes.
contribution. That's exactly what I want to hear from Oily Beer. And
Yeah, so here we are. Hi guys.
congratulations completely to Team Cakes. Now, we gotta talk about what exactly happened between the upper bracket and lower brackets. You guys were kind of upset there by Team Overwine, due in part with a few sloppy mistakes that we have to really admit that happened on the last map. So, as the coach manager, I keep hearing about this quote unquote spanking session. So, what exactly happened to turn this Cakes team into a very well oiled machine on the lower bracket compared to, well, it was a little shaky there in the upper brackets?
Oh, when we actually lost to Overwine, I not only the casters noticed the mistakes. You guys, the casters actually pointed out mistakes, but in the background, while the game was still playing or whatever, I noticed quite a few. So I'm like, oh, what's there in the background? What was that? So I had to like interview them individually, like one by one. So that the person that I'm gonna interview is not going to be overlapped by other voices, and he might not get shy. So I have to like talk to them one by one. And the first question I actually throw was this question. Okay, what did you think we did wrong there that made us lose that match? And they just opened. I cited their mistakes because and I actually told them, okay, so what do you? I actually also asked them like, what do you think we should do to improve that? So it's not like, okay, it's not. I'm not that kind of coach wherein you have to do this, you have to do this. I have to like listen to them. Maybe they can offer more brilliant ideas, and they are on the front line because actually when you invited me, that's right. Like I had CTS back in April, and that's why I couldn't play. That's why I have to like ask people to play for me, and then um, I couldn't get myself back in the roster. It's because that was that wasn't allowed already. So I have to like ask them. And yeah, the spanking session really did good because the first question I really threw at them was, what do you think we did wrong that made us lose that match? And then they answered like they were so open. I was really surprised that some of them actually realized what their mistakes were, and that alone is really commendable. Like they already know what they did wrong, right? Oily.
Yes.
Completely. We already
I feel
know what
that
went
question
on
was
in that
directed
one.
at me.
So it sounds like it's been a great thing. Now I wanna ask Oilby. So as a player, you guys syempre looking to get into the playoffs. How have you guys prepared for the whole thing? Like beforehand, a few quick things here and there. Especially as we all know your pocket pick. Anything you did especially to try and enhance your gameplay?
Can you repeat it?
Just basically, how did you guys prepare, and did you do anything extra for your pocket picks to get even better?
Uh, our preparation was mostly about researching about the enemy and talking about positionings or either ways to counter their brawl or dive comps.
Yeah, it's very fine. Especially, the one thing you guys been countering has been double flyer with Junkrat, and when you hit those 6 shots, Oily, when you get those air shots, how does it feel? It's just like it's normal. This is the Oily Beer standard. How does it feel to be able to counter out a counter comp like that?
It's pretty much normal because I've been doing it for quite a while now, and the practice makes it easier, but quite hard if you do it most of the time.
Amazing. See how confident this guy is with the Junkrat, and it's ridiculous how Olivier really plays that hero. Now, I want to ask both of you before we move on to Team Memecord. How did you guys prepare for this, please? Of course, no Licorino, the Stratzerino, but just especially coming into this day, you had that break time of around 20 hours, something like that, to make sure that you guys were ready to go forward today. And especially, coming in from a loss, you guys went for the reset of your mindset. And now you are here in the grand final. So what's the plan, and how did you come up with that plan before, we move into the grand finals themselves?
Earlier tonight, I announced to Team Cakes like, okay, guys, we're gonna have a strat meeting. We actually stalked their FB profiles. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so we actually study. Because we screamed against them, so we actually know how they play, and it's a good thing. Like, I mean, to be honest, Meme Court knows about us, and we kind of know about them because some of them are a mystery to me, like X Files. Um, yeah, so we kind of did a strat meeting, and we let every cake present in the VC to like offer their inputs, offer their ideas, and offer their way of battling it out, and if it's a brawl or whatever. So it's actually good. So yeah. How about you, Oily?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I like how I kind of feel like Oily is like held at a gunpoint, and then you only say yes, okay?
Yes, you can only say
Yes,
yes. You can only say yes.
yes, yes.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Just kidding,
Hey,
just
Oily,
kidding.
don't make them think otherwise.
That's ridiculous. This is really fun. I'm glad you guys are ready and roaring. So, Sam, this is also gonna be doubling a little bit of your exit interview in a way, because if you remember, it's gonna be a very high octane match, and we just want to ask you the standard ones. What was like over the 12 weeks we've been together for the New Wave playoffs, the New Wave Invitationals rather? Any favorite moments as Team Cakes? Any defining moments, something like that, to just share to the audience before we move on.
I have two.
Go ahead.
Sorry, three.
Go ahead.
One was the 6K by Shiver. The second one was the Air Shots by Oily. And the third one was XP Palace actually carrying the team back in Hollywood. Those were my three top moments.
Great to see you. No, we've already seen cakes that get defined by these certain players, the Junkrat air shots, the fire grenades from out of nowhere, and Shiver just really showing how he is a top DPS pick. How about you, Oily? Any favorite moment you got from the NWI?
I think one where I did the very close range ultimate where Moira ulted on me, and I got a 4K, I think, on Hanamura back in couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's. I think I remember seeing that too. Just some big well plays, and it was like from
Yeah.
below, and you open things up like crazy. So it's just amazing how you guys were really not just improved and all the like. It's just spectacular in all honesty how Team Cakes has gone above and beyond from their usual expectations. And even though you guys are kind of more or less the quiet team in a way, there were times you would pop off and then you would make a name for yourself, move on, and do even better. So before we move over to Memecord, any shoutouts you wanted to the audience?
Oh, first. Really,
Oh, me?
you first.
Oh, okay. I would like to shout out my brother who was originally this account.
Like
He
we
made this happen. Yeah. It was basically his, but he gave it to me because he used to work now, more busy. And shout out to all the people that's supporting Team Cakes and everyone in this team that made this happen. Okay, Maui?
Yeah, shout out to my team who's always there to like willing to level it up, level their skills, willing to receive any anong tawag dito? Receive any help me fascinate. I'm sorry, Sir Invalesco and Daks.
No, no, it's okay. Oh my,
Okay
it's
lang yun,
okay,
kaya
it's
mo yan.
okay.
Pag di mo alam,
Call me
Tagalog,
whatever
Tagalog.
name
Go,
you.
go, go.
Yeah,
Okay,
Si ano,
receive any
K-chan, number one.
yeah. I
exactly,
don't mind
Chan.
whatever name you call me.
Receive any critique. Hi guys. Welcome to the
Yeah.
testing channel.
Let's
Oh,
leave
hi
let's
there.
leave the let's leave the interview kay Maui Cakes na for the next ano.
Oh, so thank you, Maui. Thank you, Oily, for your
Thank
time.
you
If
very
there's
much.
anything else, thank you very much. If there's anything else you guys want to say, go ahead. But if not, we can move on to Team Meme Cord. And hey, it's been absolutely amazing to say the least to have you, Team Cakes, be this excellent. And hey, it's a sweet ending every single time. Okay, you guys can head on back to your channel, please, because we are going to be going into our next interview. But before all of that, just really quickly recapping, we are going to have our grand finals. But since we're not done with the pre-show, we this is a little bit late. It's fine. You guys are having a good time. It's Meme Cord versus Team Cakes. It is our third seed versus the fourth seed. But in all honesty, it's our fourth seed looking pretty much in charge of the whole bracket. Team Meme Cord has been the one who's been destroying pretty much everyone onto the upper bracket. And this is gonna be interesting because we will have a little bit of an interview of, well, a certain someone we've seen already and a certain someone we haven't. It will be the coach of Team Meme Cord alongside their main support slash off tank player. It's Billy and Somi.
Mirror
So
Ariel.
oh yeah, Billy is back. And oh, we got a special someone who's gonna be hopping on in later. So, before anything else, guys, let's just preface this. The staff has been always been welcoming to coach every single thing. Rebirth has done a lot. Billy has done a bunch, and Mr. Invalesco there has done a bunch. They're pretty much the top three coaches from the staff team. Personally, I refuse to really coach a team dedicatedly because as the head guy, I don't want to be I don't want to be the one being all like making sure that these are favorites here and there. But since these are my players coaching you, then that's fine. And it has been very very helpful, in all honesty, for Team Meme Cord, what Billy has brought to the table. Susomi, before anything else, well, hello, welcome, and gotta ask you, how do you guys feel just dominating the upper bracket there?
Masaya na nakarating kami sa Grand Finals. Hindi din namin in-expect na mag-Grand Finals kami. So yun. Happy yung team namin na nakatapa kami sa Grand Finals.
Hey, it's been extra special. So, syempre, you guys didn't really have the best start in the regular season, that's for sure. It was
Yes.
very, very shaky. And what changed when you guys, what they say, turned it around? I know you got your coaching staff ready to go, but what was like the mentality of Team Meme Core to try and turn things into a better regular season?
Nung yung first season kasi yung una, wala pa kaming nun, si Kalam, lag, tapos bagong laro lang din yung mga kasama ko nun. Di pa sila kakabalik lang nila ng Overwatch. So, medyo shaky pa yung talaga yung synergy namin. So, yun. Kaya medyo shaky din yung gameplays namin nung time na yun. I thought na nga na we're gonna play to have fun lang naman eh. Hindi namin in-expect na mag-grand finals kami.
Yeah, you guys made it. So especially that point, you guys got your act together. You guys got your coaching. And Billy, coming into Team Memecord, parang what was the atmosphere before you got started? When you got started, and then how did it turn to a more serious way? Because this is the most serious I've ever seen Team Memecord play Overwatch. In all honesty.
It may look like that, but you should hear comms.
Hey, I'm trying to make them look good here. Okay, so
All
as
right,
a
no, their comms are also serious, naman. Unless Calamitous is in the call too. But
Great.
in all honesty, naman, I'd say like, Calamitous not being part of the team, like with him having internet issues, was honestly a blessing in disguise for them.
Ooh.
Because I can say it like this. I'm pretty sure I would not have coached them if Calamitous was playing.
Why so? Why
Like,
so,
I'm not
Billy?
even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the meme team would have played tribute to their actual, played true to the name as Memecord. But
Alright.
then, out of very lots of, insistent, what do you call this? Insistency for someone insisting me to coach Memecord by a certain someone. I became their coach and, just taught them the basics. It's like we pretty much started from scratch, like like basic positioning and what to do, and after that, and then they themselves started learning like what to do as their roles. They stick to what they're supposed to be doing, what their roles wanted to be. So yeah.
Great.
You
That's
said
right.
no, right?
Go ahead,
Right.
Mr.
But
Invalesco.
Yeah. I was about to ask you like, what are the, or were there any difficulties
Mm.
in coaching meme cord? Did you find anything hard? Were there any stubborn people that you had to like spank their behind or whatever?
Banking session also version 2.0.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure meme cord has their own spanking session.
yes, I would say the most spanking was the DPS department. Like
What
without Calamitous, not like not excluding Calamitous.
I
Like
mean,
it's more
wait.
often than not. It's like
Mhm.
what go.
Before anything else, just want to preface that Billy is our flex DPS from Team PH World Cup. So if anyone is gonna be spanking the DPS, it has to be him, right? Yeah, there you
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yes, sir. Because I was
We
busy
had
spanking your behind. That's for sure.
like, especially with our hit scan players. Like, rule of thumb when you play hit scan, you want to see everything and not be the one to die. Like it took so long for the DPS players to get it stuck into their heads that if you don't take the high ground, you're fucked. And that was pretty much the general rule of thumb. Like every time they scrim and I see them not in high ground, I will yell at the DPS, calling out, naming them, literally naming them. Where are you? I'd ask them, where are you? And I ask them, why are you not in high ground? Just like Obi-Wan once said, he has the high ground.
It's true. It's true. It's very, very true. So it seems like for Meme Cord, it was a really good point to not actually have their best player. But now we see not only the fruits of your labor, but also the maximum potential that Meme Cord has. So what has been the general atmosphere here, Mr. Somi, Mr. Billy, in Meme Cord for the playoffs? You guys have been winning, winning, winning. But are you taking it easy, or are you really going for the gold here?
Well, from coach's standpoint, I was genuinely surprised. Like, after pretty much, like Meme Court was like, what do you call this? Dreading the fact that they were gonna play against Wamanagi, the top seed team, and they were literally preparing for it. Like they scrimmed against other teams playing, and I like hoping that the other teams would play ball, and then hoping that they'd practice against ball. If not, they'd actually study the gameplay of Wamanagi. So they took it seriously.
Great. How about you, Somi, as a player especially?
Ay, siguro nung time na yun nung kinakalaban namin yung Waminagi ay di rin namin kasi kulang din sila nun eh. Tapos di pa nila masyado. Di din namin in-expect na mananalo kami dun. So, parang sabi na lang namin is go with the flow na lang kung ano mangyayari sa ano game. Di din namin in-expect na kung mananalo o matatalo. So, yun.
Hey, it's been
Hanggang ngayon, go with the flow na lang.
okay.
Eh,
Parang nga, you guys are just going for it. And now with a one map buy, you only need two to
yes.
win. Is it gonna be easier for you, or is there a little more pressure? Because if you suddenly get swept here, there, and everywhere, will it be like, oh, okay, we're just getting lucky? So what's the plan coming into this match? Of course, without any spoilerinos.
Siyempre, may pressure kasi grand finals na eh. Hindi namin alam kung bigla kami ma-choke lahat, di ba? May mga choker kami. What
That's
to
true.
do?
That's true. That's true. It's always a possibility.
Mm,
And hey, it's been
yeah.
absolutely amazing to have you guys here. One of the first, if not the first, or maybe like third actually. You guys are the third team who hopped into the New Wave Invitationals during week 1. It's always been a pleasure to show a lot of potential for your team. And hey, you guys are finally living up to it. But before anything else, our standard questions for the exits. Any favorite moments from New Wave Invitationals?
Wait for
Siguro,
us. For us.
For Memecord, for you, Billy, if you're
Yeah,
on,
for
you're
meme
answering for
cord.
Memecord wise,
Ah.
Nice,
So me
great.
can go first. So me can go first.
ah,
Ako,
itong
I have one.
itong second season na to kasi
Yung
mas
playoffs.
parang mas parang feel namin na mas competitive na lahat ng tao.
Okay.
Parang na-charge up na yung lahat ng tao kaya parang ganun. Masaya na yung laruan. Di na yung may troll-troll like us nung first season.
How about you,
Fair
Billy?
point.
A really good point, because especially since it was a little bit of a sandbag at the start, but hey, the comeback has been strong. But how about you, Mr. Coach Billy? Anything about the meme cord squad?
Ako, I have
Mm.
a favorite sa meme cord.
Ay, mamaya ka na. Sila muna.
Never forget it. Yes, but of course.
Like me, my favorite moment would be. Hmm. I don't really recall that many like explosive, one to remember, because mostly they're honestly from other teams, like the big Blackbeard,
Yeah.
Clutch.
I'm glad I'm glad our coach caster is talking about the enemy team rather than the team that he's
No, no, like
coaching.
I know, no, no, I'm not like literal favorite, because meme court is always consistent now. They're no
Ah,
longer the team that always gives the fourth map for free.
that's amazing. And hey, that's all you need to
Actually, yeah,
know.
that's also something memorable. It's meme court always, dominating the first three maps, and then the fourth map they give it away.
Great shade
That's the
from
most
our coach.
memorable for me.
Great shade from the coach here. And okay, before we get into Invalesco segments, I just want to ask you guys any shoutouts you want to do on the stream, because you guys got to get ready for your game.
Shoutout nga pala doon sa isang coach namin na tulog. Happy birthday, Dutch. Yun lang.
Happy birthday to Dodge.
Nice. Great shout out to the Dodges himself. And hey, it's been amazing. You guys are honestly my closest ones here into the community. And even though you guys are there, I just give you guys I give you guys all the shit and nothing of rewards. But you have made it here to the grand finals. This is all your
Oh
merit.
no,
This is all
Dux,
your work.
Dux,
Mm-hmm.
Dux. I remember now my most favorite
Okay,
meme coin
okay,
moment. I
fine.
remember.
Cut my outro. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I just remembered now. Nanotrans.
Oh my god. Okay, sige. That's well, we can end it there. Thank you guys for hopping on in, and good luck in the grand finals, because we are gonna be wrapping up the pre-show because we are going a little over time, and I guess we are also ready to go. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Billy Yosomi and Memecord for hopping on in, because now it is time, Mr. Invalesco, for the match itself. We are going to be getting into it in just a bit. It will be team Memecord versus Team Cakes. And the thing about it is, Invalesco here is not going to be joining me. It's going to be a special someone we've been always waiting for. But before we introduce her. What was your Memecord moment? What was your Memecord moment, Yuki?
My best meme cord moment, the one I will never forget, is one where they did not wake up on the right side of the bed and basically
Oh shit.
dashing
Uh,
up in second point, Eichenwald, and then not using his as a Genji, right? You can climb walls. But apparently Akashi uh I'm pretty sure he just woke up on the wrong side of the
I
bed
think
and
I
just
remember hitting him. He hit his head
yeah,
on thing. I don't think that was
yes.
an
Yes.
official match. I think that was just a scrim. Okay, but hey, that counts.
Wait, that was
Yeah,
a
it was
scrim,
just
but
that
even so, it's
scrim that
still
they. Yeah,
it's still
yeah. What's a moment?
related to N1NY.
We'll take it.
It's clip nga eh. Gusto mo pakita natin sa stream.
Nakita ko na
Nah,
yan.
joke lang.
Okay lang yan. Sige, okay lang yan, guys. Anyway, so there you go. Billy Somi, please head on back to the channel.
Alright.
You Billy, you're
Thank you.
actually no.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
bring
you, thank you, thank you, thank you to Somi there, and good luck. Have fun. Now, before
Good
anything
luck,
else,
good luck.
it's time to introduce. Hey, are you there, real caster? Hello, hello. Ayun, go talk.
Am I a real caster? What?
Yes,
Who's a fake caster? Who's a
the
real
real
caster?
caster for today. So we are gonna have the fabulous Mika
Hey
Fabula
guys,
gonna be hopping
I'm
on in.
alive.
She's alive for the grand finale. It's also a little weird to ask her to cast because Overwine was still in the competition, but even they did an amazing third place. But before we get into that, any parting words, Mr. Invalesco, as we are gonna be getting into the match itself.
Have fun, both of you, and excited to hear you cast again, Miss Mika. We missed you a
Wow.
lot here in
Wow.
You've been very busy, apparently.
I know.
Yeah.
Life is crazy, of course.
Yes. I mean, amidst this quarantine, right? We still have things to do, and yeah, it's really exciting, like to hear you once again. The finale along with Mika and Mr. Dax. What a
Oh,
show!
what the show?
Wow, Yuki, wow.
Uh,
Sumasobra ka ha.
ano talaga?
What do you want?
Ganun
I
talaga.
want some cool. I want some bits
When we
for.
have a guest as special as you, it
Oh,
has to be this.
oh,
It
it
has to be
has to
this
be.
grand.
It's
What are you
amazing.
guys
The
doing? What
star
is
power is
this?
here. But hey, it's time to call it. Thank you, Mr. Yuki, for heading on in the pre-show with me. We didn't get to hear you too much yesterday, but just getting to discuss these things with you today is always a blast. And it really has been an amazing experience with the staff. And we are going to be getting into our match in just a bit. It's a very, very short break for us because we are going to be getting into the game itself. It's Memecord versus Cakes, and we will be right back for the last day of the first wave playoffs.